This is bad. I look like I'm literally off the Jersey Shore. Like, I could be on Jersey Shore. No, 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 no. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I know that I look a little bit ridiculous right now, but it will all make sense once you watch this video. I have done today a makeup do's and don'ts. So clearly, if you can't tell, on the left side of my face is the makeup don'ts, and then on the right side of my face is the makeup do's. So this video is specifically for those who don't really know where to start with makeup, or if you think that your makeup looks bad and you don't know how to change it, this is perfect for you. If you guys like my videos, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe so that way you never miss another makeup tutorial with moi. And without further ado, let's get to the makeup. So the first thing we're going to start off with is a primer. So on the don't side of my face, which is this side, I'm not going to be using a primer. The benefits of primer, I know a lot of people don't use it, and I don't know how you can't use it because it keeps your foundation on so much longer. So for today, I'm using my Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and this is the pore minimizing one. This primer actually makes my face like a lot smoother, which is obviously what we're going for. So I put primer only on this side, and my face feels a lot smoother, and my makeup will just last so much longer. So next we're gonna go into foundation, and on the don't side, I'm actually gonna be picking up one of my contour palettes just because I don't have a foundation that's like darker than my skin tone. Duh. So I can't show you guys like with a real foundation what it's gonna look like, but I'm just gonna use contour, like a contour shade as a pressed powder, and show you guys what happens when you choose a foundation that's too dark for your skin tone. So when you're picking out a foundation, you actually want to match to the rest of your body. You don't want to match it just to your face because sometimes your face will be lighter than the rest of your body depending on the way that you tan. So for the do side, I'm going in with my Tarte Tinted Primer. This is the one that I always use. If you guys have been watching my videos, you would know that. So I'm just going in with my regular routine of just putting on my Tarte Primer, and then I will go in with the pressed powder that I use from Benefit. Picking up my pressed foundation powder by Benefit in the color Amber. And then moving on to the don't side, I am picking up my Anastasia contour kit, and I'm just going to be picking up a color that's clearly far too dark for my skin tone, which is going to be a mixture of these two colors right over here. So this is the color that I'd like to be. Don't do this. Don't get a dark foundation. So now I'm going to be moving on to concealer. So I'm picking up my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Honey, and on the don't side, a lot of people make this mistake, actually, I see it all the time, is I'm just going to be putting the concealer like right under the eye. Just like that. And then even better, just wait. Be picking up my Beauty Blender, which is dry, by the way. So for the don't side, I'm using a dry Beauty Blender to blend things out. And I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to smudge. This is what I used to do. I literally just smudged my Beauty Blender, which you should never do. So I'm just going to smudge. Just like that. On the don't side, I basically just put concealer right under my eyelid. I didn't bring it down, I didn't blend it into my face. I just put it there because apparently that's what I used to do. So now on the do side, I'm going to be picking up just a little bit less of the concealer because this is a very full coverage concealer, so you don't need that much to begin with. So I'm actually going to be bringing it down to my face, down to like the midpoint of your nose and your mouth. I'm going to bring it across, obviously, up to where the eyebrow is, and then I'm just going to create little lines that kind of make it a triangle. And I'm going to be picking up my setting spray from NYX, and I'm going to spray the Beauty Blender just so it's a little bit wet. Don't want a dry Beauty Blender, it's not going to make your makeup look great. And I'm going to tap. I'm not smudging, I'm not taking the Beauty Blender and smudging it around like I did on this side. I'm just dabbing it very softly. I'm bringing it up to the side of my nose. Also a little bit up to the eyelid, and I'm bringing it down and around. So as you guys can tell, my concealer is actually completely fused in with my foundation on this side. You really can't tell that there's a difference between like colors and like how patchy it is here. You can't really tell that there's like a difference in color. It's really just like blending your concealer into your foundation and making it a little bit lighter around your eyes just to make your eyes look a little bit brighter. We're going to move on to setting our concealer, and on the left side, the don't side, I'm going to just not be setting it. I'm taking my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Setting your face and baking your face like I'm doing right now is the concept of putting on setting powder and letting it just sit there for 2 to 3 minutes. So it's going to make you look like you have a very airbrushed and flawless finish around your eyes and eventually make it look more brighter. So on this side, I'm not going to be doing that, and what you guys can honestly probably already tell, like I can see it in the mirror, it's already setting into my wrinkles and fine lines, and it's already creasing. So I'm just going to let this bake for 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and just get rid of it all, and I'll show you guys how like airbrushed it looks. Like you can feel how soft it is, and then meanwhile on here it's like still like kind of like sticky. So next we're gonna go into the eyebrows. What people like always do is like overline their eyebrows like super dark, like so right now I have a very, very heavy hand. I'm literally pressing this against my eyebrow like super thick, and I'm just creating like a super thick line. This is not cute. Stop doing this. It's not cute. So now before I move on to the do side, I'm going to be filling in this side, this caterpillar of an eyebrow. I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Dip Brow in dark brown, and I'm just going to like obnoxiously fill these in. So what a lot of people do is they literally fill it up to the top, like to the front. They just fill it up. So you basically can't even tell that there's little hairs there. It just looks like a caterpillar. Now I'm going to move on to what you should do to fill in your eyebrows. I'm going to be lining them again, but I'm only going to be lining these areas that aren't completely done. And I'm having a very, very light hand right now, so it's like very wispy. And I'm basically lining them as if there were little hairs there. So as you guys can see, I'm doing like really light strokes. And that's how I'm filling, like lining it. You want some more fullness, just take the pencil and just create little strokes as if they're just like more hairs there. So now I'm gonna fill these in. Instead of doing like an intense dark look, I'm gonna try and make it more of like a gradient towards the back. I'm taking the same dip brow, and I'm just going to fill them in again with a very, very light hand. I'm just filling in the areas that don't look as dark. You guys can tell that I'm honestly just be going from like halfway through, and that's how I'm filling them in. The front should be very light and wispy, at least in my opinion. So now we're going to be moving on to the contour, blush, and highlight. I'm leaving the eyes for last because there's so much to talk about with that. I'm going to be picking up the darkest color right over here. A lot of people just do this. So I can't even take myself seriously. So as you guys can see, my contour is far too low. It's way too low. Like it's literally like in a line with my ear, and it didn't make my cheekbones look any thinner. It just made me look like I have no cheekbones. It's literally like my contour has come all the way out to here. Like I finished doing it over here. So that's far too close to your face. What you need to do on the do side, I'm taking the same color. So it's not like I'm changing colors. I'm not getting any lighter. What I'm doing is I'm going to go from like where this cheekbone is, the highlight that you see over here, that's just a natural highlight. I'm just going to be lightly enhancing that. Farthest you should go with your contour is like right over here. So basically like the third half of your eye, that's where it should end. So like right over here is where it should end. Over here, I ended it over here. Not good. Don't do that. You just want to like create a darker shadow than what you already have. Like everything else that's on this side of the face, it should blend in. I'm going to the temple. I'm just doing it a little bit around the hairline. On this side, I literally just made like a dark blob, so it just looks like my foundation is even darker. But on this side, I'm just going to be doing it just a little bit around the temple. So I didn't do this on the don't side because I actually wanted to make a point about it, but I'm going to be lightly putting some contour around my chin. It makes it look as if your chin is actually thinner than what it is. So you want to put it right where the shadow lies, just so the shadow becomes a little bit darker. And of course, you want to make sure that you blend it into the rest of your neck. So now we're going to move on to the nose contour. So I'm taking that same dark color, and on the wrong side, I'm just going to oh god. So what I did on this side is that I used my contour, the contour brush, and I put it along the side of the nose. Not on top. I didn't do it on top. I literally put it on the side. So if you guys can see, it actually makes my nose look bigger. So you don't want to do that. So on the right side of my face, I'm going to be taking the same color, using the same exact color that I used here, but with a very, very light hand, I am going to line the top of the nose. So I'm not going to the side. I'm not going to be contouring the side of the nose. I'm going to be making a very, very small and very, very light line towards the top. So if you guys can see. So it looks a little funky just because this side is so off. But basically what I'm doing is I'm making it seem as if the bridge of my nose is a lot thinner. And then obviously you have to blend down to the nose. And then just to top it off, which I didn't do on this side, I'm going to be applying some on the bottom. This makes your nose look a little bit more pointed. It's kind of hard to show the right way to do a nose contour when this side is just so wrong. But if you guys can tell, I know that it might be a little hard. It looks as if my nose, the bridge of my nose kind of curves this way, kind of with my eye socket, while this, it just looks like just a line. So now we're going to move on to blush, and you guys would actually be surprised how many people make this mistake. So I'm picking up my BH Cosmetics nude blush palette, and with an angled brush on the don't side, I'm going to be picking up, I'm actually using the same color on either side, but I'm going to show you how to use it right. So I'm picking up the pinkiest, brightest color in this palette. It's so hard to see this. Anyway, so this is like a super, super bright pink shadow, and I'm just literally just packing it on that brush. I'm going to be taking it, and I'm just going to put it right here. You don't want to put your blush literally on your cheek. You don't want to put it right there. It just doesn't look good. It's just not working. For the do side of my face, I'm going to be picking up the same color. So I'm only taking a little bit on the brush. So I'm putting it on the side of my face, right above the contour, and I'm just blending it in. This way, you are putting your blush right above where you put your contour shade, and you're blending the two together so it looks as if you do have a shadow, not only a shadow, like a more defined shadow in your cheekbone, but your natural flush is still there. So now I'm going to move on to highlighter. The specific place you should put it. You can't just put highlight everywhere. Don't do it. Do not put highlight everywhere. You will look like the Tin Man. So on the don't side, I'm literally... So I took my Cover FX drops and I just put it right on top of the cheekbone, and I'm just gonna smudge it all in there. So I'm literally I just put it all over my cheek, because some people do this. This is not a joke, like I'm not kidding. I've literally seen someone have highlight from literally the bridge of their nose all the way to here. It happens more often than you would think. So we're gonna move on to the do side. What I'm gonna do is I'm taking the same drops, and instead of like putting it right like underneath your eye, I'm just gonna dot it along the top of the cheekbone, right on top of where you put the blush. Lightly, I'm gonna blend it in. The whole point of highlighter is to enhance and bring attention to the highest points of your face. So this is where my cheekbone is, and that's where the sunlight usually catches. It's supposed to enhance that and make it look as if you're glowing and make it look like it's natural, because that's what we do. Now we're gonna move on to eyeshadow. We're gonna go over just some basics. So today I'm gonna try and just do a very basic smoky eye. This is a smoky eye that I think most beginners can do. You just need like a brown palette. Like this is my go-to for any smoky eye that I'm going to use. I'm using the Kylie palette. So on the don't side, I see a lot of people doing this is if they think smoky eye and they think dark brown and black, and that's it. And that's not true. it looks like that in pictures, but it's not true. There's a lot of other colors that go into smoky eye. So on the don't side, I'm going to be going in straight away with a dark shadow. I'm picking up the darkest brown shadow that they have, and with a angled fluffy brush, which is also wrong, but I will explain that later. I'm just going to go into the crease and just, yep. It makes my eye look dead. The reason that you don't use a big fluffy brush is for this reason. If you use a dark color with a big fluffy brush, it's going to go everywhere, it's going to make your eyes look dirty, and that's what's happening here. So don't do that. So next on the don't side, I'm picking up an even darker color. I'm picking up this black color right over here. So everybody says to take the black shadow, the darkest shadow, and put it in the V corner of your eye, which is great. That is exactly what you should do. However, some people take that and they think, oh, I can just use a big fluffy brush. I can just use one brush for the entire look. No, you can't do that. There are different brushes for different things that you need to do for your eyelid. I'm gonna go in the V shape like everybody says, right? No, wrong. This is bad. So not only is the brown not showing through because I used the exact same brush and it literally just made the color go everywhere, I look even more dead. Now we're going to go into the do side, and the first thing I'm going to be picking up is this kind of nude color in the middle over here, and I'm taking that just with my finger. I'm just going to be putting that all over my lid. So the reason I'm doing this is just so that all the color on my lid evens out. So now I'm going to be picking up a transition color. So instead of going in with that dark brown right into the crease and starting off with a very dark eye, I'm going to be going from light to dark. So I'm picking up this color over here. I'm using a smaller precision. This is what it looks like. It's kind of fluffy. It definitely has that fluffy quality, but it does taper to the top. So this keeps all the eyeshadow in one spot instead of throwing it everywhere like a fluffy brush does. I'm gonna lightly go right on top of where the crease of my eye is. And so you're gonna bring that color all the way into where the edge of the edge of your nose is. And you're just gonna be in a windshield wiper motion, just going back and forth with that same color. Now with an even lighter color, I'm going in with this orangey color over here with the same brush. I'll be picking up a little bit of it and then just going right under that original color. Doing the same motion, the windshield wiper motion, and going all the way to the edge of the eye. So now I'm going to be going in with the exact same brush, and I'm picking up that same dark brown color that I used to start off with here. The reason that I can use the same brush on this side without having to consistently clean it is because I'm going from light colors to dark colors. So I want everything to blend together, so having a little bit of the lighter colors on the brush isn't really going to matter. Now I'm picking up that same dark brown color like I said, and I am going to go, I'm still going to stay like a little bit in the crease. I'm not yet going into the V shape, but I'm only putting it on very, very lightly and only on the edge. So I'm keeping this dark brown color towards the outer half of my eye. I'm not going in like I did with the lighter colors. So I'm stopping right here and I'm just going back and forth into the crease. And now, to finish off before I start blending everything together, I'm going in with that same black color, and this is where I'm going to start doing the V shape that everybody talks about. So I start off in the crease a little bit over here, and then I end it by going towards the eyelid, or the eyelashes, sorry. Now something that I'm going to be doing on the do side that I'm not doing on the don't side is I'm just going to be picking up some of that extra fallout with a makeup remover wipe just on the edges and create a really, really sharp line with eyeshadow. So as you guys can see, there's a very sharp line that goes along with my lower lash line that I didn't do over here that's making my eye look a little bit more messy. Now we're going to move on to my favorite part, and honestly the thing that I think people mess up the most, which is eyeliner. The whole point of a wing is to elongate your eye and make it a little bit bigger. So what I'm going to be doing on the don't side is what I see a lot. Just taking their pen, and instead of going up like you should be going along your waterline as if it was extending out. What a lot of people do is they just extend the wing outward. So just a straight line. When you look at it like, when you're looking at it like this, it looks a lot different than when you're just standing up normally. When you're standing up normally, this line is just a straight line. I see a lot of people doing with their wing is that they're not making it a very crisp line at the end. So this is gonna be horrible, but like what I'm doing, and I see a lot happen, is just like this like rounded edge for a wing. Oh, it's not pretty. Lastly is that people end their eyeliner right over here, and that does not work. You should be going down to the edge of your, or to the what's it called, the tear duct of your eye. So now I'm going to show you guys what you should do for your eyeliner. You want to go along the line that you created from your eyeshadow. So basically what I did is I just followed the line that I took from my eyeshadow. I just made a line, and then I made the rest of the wing. So I'm going all the way down to the tear duct, and I'm just following the natural shape of my eye. It's not like you need to create anything in the middle over here. Like, you can make it thick, but I start off with thin, and then if I want to make it thicker, I will. I have a very, very crisp point at the end. I always make sure to do that. I really don't like the rounded edges that some people do. If you do like that, that's fine. You do you. It's your own style. Makeup is all about expression, but this is just my input. When you just stand up normally and you like look this way, you can see like a very, very precise line. That's elongating your eye and making it a little bit bigger, while this one is just like sitting there. It's not really doing anything for your face. So I was going to go over the application of fake eyelashes, but I think I'm going to make that a separate video, because this one I think is supposed to be more for like beginners, or that's like what I wanted to do. Instead, I'm just going to go over mascara. So for the don't side, basically what I'm going to do is just apply it really messily. So I'm literally just applying it horribly. Oh my god. So it's already on the top, as you guys can see. Just brushing it on like there's no care. There we go. For the do side, I'm going to be taking the eyeshadow, the mascara brush, and I'm tilting my head just a little bit back, and lightly I'm going to be going over my eyelashes. This is going to prevent any clumping if you have a very, very light hand. What you want to do is you want a full brush of mascara, and then from the base you want to start off with like a heavier hand. You want to like kind of go like this in the base, and then as you come up you want to lighten your hand, just so that the ends of the eyelashes turn very wispy and turn very sharp, just like your natural eyelashes look. I'm applying mascara on my bottom eyelashes. This is just very, very light. Now, just to finish off, we're going to go into the lips. The thing that people do when it comes to lips is overlining them, but the problem is that people do it too much. So I'm not going to line my lips at all for the don't side, and I'm just going to apply it and make my lips look really big. Okay, so for the don't side, I really, really, really overlined my lips. So one of the first things that I did wrong is that I just went in with my liquid lipstick. I did not line it. You should always line your lips. If you don't have a liner, you can do what I'm about to do and just take some pigment from the liquid lipstick that you already have and line them first, and then go in with it. Over here, as you guys can see, it's kind of like created like this little roundness of the mouth, and naturally your lips kind of just disappear on the side, and it creates like a very big, like there's supposed to be like a point to your lips, but over here it's just rounded. So that looks unnatural. It looks like you're wearing too much makeup, and it looks kind of clownish. So you want to avoid that. I'll show you how right now. And I'm going to line the lips first. I'm going to go in with the actual lipstick, and I'm just going to apply it a little bit. So this side is a lot cleaner than this side. I don't know if you guys could tell, but with the lipstick and even with the liner, I really didn't go into this side of the lip. So I didn't go over there. So that side doesn't actually have any lipstick on, like the inner part of that, because it gets covered up. Like you don't see it. So trying to cover it with lipstick creates like this little roundness that you don't want. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope that it gave some of you like tips and tricks and it helped you a little bit. If you do some of the things that I said on the don't side that still work for you and you still want to continue doing, don't be discouraged. Makeup is all about self-expression. You do you. If you think that this works for you, then go for it. I hope that you guys liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you!